let's make a beginning. Yes, we're ready. Okay, let's start by all sitting comfortably, finding somewhere comfortable to sit in a nice place. As usual, make sure all your phones and door chimes are all turned off, or anything else that can interrupt your relaxation, your meditation. And make sure you're comfortable as we begin with, as usual, the breathing exercise to take us into our own quiet space inside and outside of us. So let's start off by taking a nice deep breath right deep into the pit of the stomach. Just hold it for the count of 4 and then exhale. Count of 4 and then breathe in. Hold it for 4 and exhale. Hold it for 4 and breathe in, and keep repeating this pattern until you begin to feel yourself slowing down and touching base with your own self, with your own being. And as you do so, gradually you'll become aware of a peace and a serenity that is basically overtaking you. The peace and the quiet, the harmony is pushing out all the negative thoughts, all the little niggly thoughts that come in. And did I turn the kettle off? Did I lock the front door? All those sort of thoughts that are quite trivial really. Just allow them to float through and let them go. The main thing is to concentrate and focus on what we are here to do this evening. And that is, we're here to send out healing, the healing energy to all and sundry, to anything and everything we can think of, to help this place that we call home be allowed to evolve as it is meant to, just as we are. So let's start off by just holding, be aware of your hands in front of you, like in a cup, best way. Link your fingers so you have a cup, hands make a cup. And then as you focus on the cupped hands, become aware of a silver coloured ball in your hand. It may be only the size of a marble, but is such a silver you have never seen before. Not on this planet anyway. And as you focus on that silver, you notice it gradually changes to a very unusual coloured blue. It's almost like a blue silver colour. And it continues to grow in size within the palms of your hand. And as it does so, just hold it there in your hands in the forefront of your focus. And allow that energy, and to be aware of it also, moving from your hands, up your arms, through the elbows to the shoulders. And then it gradually moves its way down through your whole body, through the chest area, and especially around the heart. This coloured light gradually begins to fill your whole torso as it moves down through the pelvic region, the hips, and down to our legs. Again, all the time bringing peace and fluidity to our own inner self and our joints and muscles. All become at peace and all become at rest. And still the light moves on down your thighs, down to your knees, and then right down the legs to the ankles, and finally to your feet. and be aware of it leaving through the soles of your feet, down through the floor, into the very surface of our planet, our home. And at the same time now, that blue light moves up through our neck and our throat, across our face and the back of our head, until it meets at our crown chakra right on the very top of our head. And as we feel it completely covering and completely filling the inside of our physical body, we become aware of a slightly different type of healing energy. It is the blue mist as usual, but it has a very slight tint of silver with it. And as we are aware of this, filling our own being, it also begins to spread outwards from us, out through our own aura. And as we do so, we call to mind, as usual, friends and loved ones who we feel could benefit from this healing energy, if they so choose, for their own use, for their own well-being, their own sense of balance. And it could be family, friends, people you don't really know, that you just are aware of their problems. Just see the light circling around them, around their energy. And all the time it is working away, bringing peace and relaxation, helping to make that soul's journey smoother to wherever their destination may lie. And as we continue to call names or faces to mind, we become aware now that the blue mist is now moving out even further than our own aura. It fills the very room we are sitting in, and it goes on to fill the very building, the very house, apartment, wherever we are. It fills that with the same blue healing mist. It is almost like a breath of fresh air going through our very building. But it's a fresh blue mist, bringing peace and healing to everything around us, within us, and outside, beyond us. And the more we focus on that, the more we realise that as it spreads out, the mist is picking up speed as it begins to work its way across our planet, across our home. And as we do so, we become aware of other bits of blue mist, other patches of blue mist are also beginning to spread. And we know that that is other people who are sharing this meditation, who are joining in. Their light and their mist is now coming to join us and us theirs. We see all the patches of blue mist becoming one. Becomes like a huge cloud, huge blue cloud of mist, healing mist, gradually spreading over and around the planet until it covers it in its entirety. And as we look down on our planet, we see the planet surrounded in the blue mist. And in doing so, we become aware also of certain places upon our planet that really can benefit from this extra healing energy. and these places numbering the thousands. So we talk of hospitals and the staff within them, even the prisons, people in government, the emergency services, and the list is everything. There's countless areas. And talking of areas, we can focus that list a bit more intensely on areas that we know are suffering, whether they're natural disasters or man-made, whether it's through floods or war zones, earthquakes or famine. Any of those areas that are grossly imbalanced, we ask that the healing mist stay and spend a lot of time and a lot of energy in those areas, bringing those areas back into planet, just as we ourselves come back into balance with the planet, so that we can all evolve at the pace we are meant to. And we also think of the trees and the animals that live in the trees, and all the plants and every living thing on our planet, be it on the planet, such as us and our animals and wild animals, the fish in the oceans. And we ask also regarding the deep oceans, that all the plastic and all the pollution that is now settled there, we ask that be negated and purified by the ocean itself. And we ask the birds in the sky who fly above us, and the raptors, the birds of prey, those also. And we think of the eagles flying so high that even they up there are watching us as we are watching them. And we ask that they too are allowed to fly completely free on the outer edge of our planet. And now I'll leave you for a few minutes just in your own space, just to hold that vision, and if there's anything else you want to add, then please do so. You just have to say the name, say the destination, whatever it is that you want to send healing to specifically, mention it in your mind and focus on that and the rest of our planet being an amazingly blue light visible in our universe. Focus on that, and I'll call you back. I'll call you and talk to you again shortly. And at this point, I'd ask you to maintain that focus, to continue radiating the healing mist, and just call to mind, although we don't know their names or what they look like, or their family, we ask to call to mind all the hundreds of thousands of souls whose life came to a sudden and abrupt ending during the time, and still continuing, the time of this coronavirus that is attacking our planet. So we ask that all those souls that have passed over, and all their family, friends and loved ones, that they are able to find peace and to come to terms with their loss. And so now I'd like you to take this opportunity, if you feel it necessary, to think of someone you may be having an issue with, a problem with, an acquaintance, perhaps a friend, where you are not quite getting on as well as you'd hoped. Just see the two of you, yourself and the person you are struggling with. Just see the two of you in a very intense ball of white light. And then see that white light turn to blue. The two of you are very close together in the same ball of light, bringing healing and peace to you both, to help repair the wound there is between you. It's no question of blame, whose fault. We just want you both together. and continue radiating the blue energy, the blue healing energy around our planet and to all of us upon it and within it. This can continue to keep radiating for the last few minutes before we come back. And so now I'd like you to begin the return journey to your own awareness and your own consciousness. And allow your awareness to return to your physical body. And as it does, always hold with you the vision of our planet, our home, spinning freely and cleanly in the ball of the blue mist. And as your awareness returns, I'd just like to share a couple of thoughts with you. Healing is for anyone, yourself included, at any time. For example, you're walking down the street, you're sat at your desk, and you hear a siren, whether it's ambulance or fire, police, doesn't matter. You hear a siren. I suggest that you project the blue healing mist onto or into that vehicle so that it will take that healing energy to wherever it's going. to be used for the people that will accept it, the people that accept it willingly. And then also, lastly but not least, the best way to share some healing is as you go about your everyday life, walking around, sitting, driving in the car. It takes nothing, it takes no energy at all to smile at a stranger and just to keep walking. You don't have to talk to them, just smile at them and let them see and feel that energy radiating from within out of you to them if they choose. And remember the old saying, there are no strangers, only friends we haven't met yet. So with that last thought, I'd like you to fully return your awareness back to your body. And as usual, have a bit of a stretch and a bit of a wriggle. Make sure you're fully aware before you get up, and especially if you have to drive somewhere. Make sure your consciousness, your awareness is 100% with you before you leave. And lastly, very lastly, I'd like to thank you all for joining in, spreading the energy around for everyone that chooses to use it. And don't forget, you can always use it on yourself. If you become injured or hurt or emotionally upset, you can always give yourself healing. So I thank you all for being a part of this group, for being a part of this radiation, this sharing. I hope you enjoy doing it as much as I enjoy talking it. And as I said earlier, any ideas, much appreciated, but I'm not promising anything. Okay, I'll leave you with that thought, and you have a wonderful rest of your day, evening, or whatever it might be, wherever you are. Just, take care of yourselves, and may your God go with you. And don't forget, smile and have fun.